we have the spotlight on Antonio Brown against the Patriots secondary. Antonio Brown is a legitimate MVP candidate, leads the league in a number of key receiving categories. First in targets, first in receptions, first in receiving yards, and is tied for second with 9 touchdowns. Brown is on pace for 1,857 receiving yards this season. That would be the third most in a season all time. When you look at Antonio Brown's game, I think you have to break it up in 3 different categories. He's a deep ball specialist, an outstanding runner after the catch, and he's a dynamic red zone weapon. Here against the Baltimore Ravens, Antonio Brown one-on-one with Brandon Carr. Easy release on the outside. Perfect ball by Big Ben Roethlisberger. Catches it over the shoulder. Antonio Brown dominates one-on-one coverage. He has had tremendous success when he gets one-on-one coverage on the outside. The Patriots, this season, they've struggled a little bit against the deep ball. The Patriots rank 30th in the league with 16 completions of 20 or more air yards. That is a problem when you're facing Antonio Brown. Here against the Kansas City Chiefs, we see an example of the ball flying over the defense's head. Tyreek Hill, little out and up, runs past the defense, easy touchdown. These are the plays that the Patriots cannot allow because Antonio Brown is a nightmare. In coverage, you have to keep the ball in front, make the Pittsburgh Steelers drive the length of the field. But it's not only Antonio Brown's ability to get past the defense on deep balls, his ability to make plays after the catch. Here we see him against the Cleveland Browns. Dig route, catches the ball in front of coverage, breaks a tackle. You have to remember, this was a terrific punt returner at one time early in his career. He shows those skills whenever he gets the ball in the open field. Looking at the stats, he has the second most yards after catch among receivers this season. He must be contained. If not, it's a big play for Pittsburgh whenever he touches it in space. For the Patriots, tackling wide receivers in the open field has been a bit of an issue. Here we see him against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Deshaun Jackson, another highly acclaimed punt returner turned wide receiver, catches a slant. This should be something that maybe gets 10 yards. Shouldn't be able to get up the field like this. The Patriots have to do a great job of using their angles to make sure these short gains don't become long pass plays. In the red zone, the Pittsburgh Steelers love to find a way to get the ball to AB84. Brown is tied for second with 9 touchdown receptions. He is Big Ben's favorite target when they get close to the end zone. Here against the Tennessee Titans, we see him in the number 3 spot. He's running an inside fade, taking it to the corner. Big Ben lays it over his outside shoulder. He pins this against his helmet, still gets his feet in bounds. Terrific playmaker who excels and finds a way to consistently put the ball in the paint. The Patriots are a bend but don't break defense. They're ranked in the bottom 10 in several key areas, but they're in the top 5 in scoring. Do a great job of forcing opponents to settle for 3s instead of 7s, and part of that is because they're so disciplined in the red area. They keep the ball in front. They do a good job of rallying tackling in small spaces. With Antonio Brown, you can rest assured that they're going to keep an eye on where 84 is, and they're going to force Big Ben to go elsewhere with the ball. If they do that, it could be another Patriots win. If not, look for the Pittsburgh Steelers to score a bunch of points with 84 touching the paint.